From the moment of its announcement, the new monster taming game Palworld was derided as Pokemon with guns, but its early access version has become wildly popular and provoked strong reactions online. The objectives of Pocketpair's open-world survival game Palworld are for players to gather materials, make tools, construct and defend their bases, and capture a variety of Pokemon-like monsters known as Pals. Although Palworld's creature design bears a remarkable resemblance to Pokemon, the gameplay is quite different. It incorporates elements from Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Fortnite, and Minecraft, among other games, to create a world that is distinctly anarchic. Palworld's monster taming strategy has been compared to players by a more realistic or American version of Pokemon that has more of an emphasis on exploitation. Pals can be caught and sold into slavery by the player, or they can be enslaved, killed for meat, and given firearms to protect their base. Gamers seem to like it so far. Palworld's early access sold 5 million copies in 3 days, which is a remarkable achievement, especially for a small developer like Pocketpair. Although Palworld is the first monster taming game to achieve widespread success and perhaps challenge Pokemon's dominance, it is by no means the first or even the last to be accused of being a Pokemon clone. Many have pointed out that striking similarities between some Pokemon designs and Pals, leading some opponents of Palworld to charge the game of copying ideas. Others have charged the developer with employing generative AI, a contentious practice in the creative industries, to create monster designs. Although there isn't enough proof to say that the game's assets were created using artificial intelligence at this point, detractors cited AI, Art Imposter, a previous Pocketpair game that features generative AI as a key feature. A lot of game developers and artists have strongly opposed to the usage of generative AI, pointing to copyright concerns, possible job losses, and shoddy derivative work as unavoidable effects of the technology. Takuro Mizobe, the CEO of Pocketpair, is an AI guy who has previously shown excitement about the possibilities of generative AI. Mizobe even shared images of AI-generated animals that resembled Pokemon in a tweet from December 2021, which alarmed a lot of people. The Palworld steal designs from Pokemon. Palworld's creatures undoubtedly resemble Pokemon at first glance, an inexperienced player may easily confuse them for the real thing. Confusion is increased by the possibility that Palworld's violence and exploitation are a satire of the cutesy, sanitized Pokemon universe, even though the game doesn't seem to be a direct parody of Pokemon. Other observers countered that monster designs from rival brands like Digimon frequently resemble Pokemon, and that it's difficult to draw a clear distinction between inspiration, parody, and copying. Others, citing examples from previous monster taming games, noted that little differences can be emphasized by differing graphical styles. Although the Pals have a vibrant color and cartoony dimension of Pokemon, Palworld lacks the truly distinctive style. The open world is populated with anime-eyed humans that resemble the models of Fortnite. It doesn't come quite together to form a unified visual identity. The development team's modest size and relative inexperience may account for their lack of distinct visual character. Mizobe asserted that one graduate student created all 100 of Palworld's creatures in a blog post that was released last week. He wrote, "She was a recent graduate who applied to almost 100 companies and failed them all, and she's currently sketching the majority of Palworld's characters." Mizobe talks on how Craftopia, Pocketpair's previous game, was almost entirely created using pre-made components later in the article. Commentators were prompted to discuss whether the game's incredible success warranted celebration. Is Palworld a motivational tale of a tiny development team that succeeds in spite of having a few resources at its disposal? Or has Palworld become a miserable success, based mostly on the creations of other artists? In any case, a lot of critics said that Pocketpair at least succeeded in making a fun, engaging game that revitalizes the monster taming genre. Therefore, the game should have succeeded at Pokemon's expense. Pokemon enthusiasts have long lamented over the development company, Game Freak, that has not experienced or innovated with the most recent Pokemon releases, contributing to the stagnations of their beloved series. The allegations of plagiarism grew more intense on Sunday as an anonymous user on X or Twitter stated that several Palworld in-game 3D models had dimensions that were nearly exact replicas of those found in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Nintendo Switch games. On Monday, Pocketpair CEO Mizobe addressed the situation on X, although he remained silent about the accusations. Google translated Mizobe's post to this: At the moment, we are seeing tweets that seem to be death threats and derogatory remarks directed towards our artists. Many different people have given me different opinions about Palworld, but I am in charge of all productions related to Palworld and I oversee them all. I would appreciate it if you would not disparage the artists that are part of the Palworld. And that is Palworld's controversy explained. Thank you for listening, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.